YouTube family, what's good? It's your boy Enrico the Barber, and today we are back with yet another video. So guys, in today's video it's pretty easy, super simple video. We are doing a high skin fade. My client has dreadlocks on the top, super long dreadlocks. This one is super cool, super exciting. It is a major transformation, so I'm sure you guys will like it. I don't have too much to say about this one. As you guys can see as well, it's a pretty short tutorial, so super easy, super simple. What I wanted to go ahead and say is, guys, as you guys know, the COVID cases are rising, so I just want to tell you guys to just stay safe, do whatever you can to stay home all the time, prevent going out, you know, social gatherings, etc, etc. But just play your part and just be safe. If you are new to the channel, definitely smash that subscribe button. Most importantly, hit the notification bell so that you are notified every time that I do drop a video. Like, comment, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe, guys. Hit that subscribe button. It is your boy Enrico the Barber. Let's go ahead, let's jump straight into today's tutorial. As you guys can see in the title, we are doing the high skin fade major transformation. Guys, so firstly what we have to do right here is we're gonna make sure that we tie our client's hair up. We're gonna make sure that we have all his dreadlocks tied up because we don't want it in our way when we are fading. And once that is done, what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're basically gonna start off by combing our client's hair out. Honestly, it depends on you. If you wanna brush it out, you can brush it out, but I just felt like at this time it was perfect to use my comb to make sure that I get not all the knots nice and loosened up, just so that we can begin fading. So first things first, I have my Safeway cordless clipper with my number 1 guard lever closed, and basically at the parietal ridge where his long hair separates from the shorter hair, as you can see there is a path that is that's created over there, that separates the hair. So basically we're gonna cut from where the path is separated, and we're gonna make sure that we're cutting with the grain. Basically we're cutting with the grain because we want to keep the top area a bit darker, so that once we start fading, because the top area will be darker, that way it makes your fade pop and your fade stands out much more instead of cutting against the grain. And you just want to make sure that you get it nice and even. And next off, what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna go in with no guard lever closed, and we're gonna basically be setting in our first initial guideline. So even though we are doing a high skin fade, I'm not setting my guideline in too high. I'm basically kind of setting it in at a mid fade type level. This is like how you set in a mid fade first guideline. Sorry about that. So yeah, I do that because I want to see the transition in the fade. I want to see all the lengths, and that way it just makes my fade look much better. Next off, using my Wahl Detailers, what we're gonna go ahead and do is we are going to debulk the bottom area over there. And if you are a regular viewer, you guys know that I usually leave this for last, but I don't know, I just felt like I basically don't know, on this day I just felt like debulking straight away. So next off, we're back with our Safeway cordless clippers, no guard lever open, and we're setting in a guideline of about 1 inch. And with this guideline, you're gonna make sure that it's even and consistent on both sides as well as the back. So now basically what we're gonna go ahead and do is we are going to get rid of our first initial guideline that we did set in. So what we will do is we'll basically work our way, we'll slightly adjust our lever all the way to it being closed. So as you can see, once I am comfortable at a specific length and I feel like my clipper isn't cutting anymore, I basically go ahead and I adjust my lever, and I follow that system until I work my way all the way down to my lever being entirely closed. And obviously, you being the barber, you can obviously see if that specific guideline has gone away, and if it doesn't, just take some more time, focus on it, and just try and work it out. And next off, we're gonna go ahead with our number 1 guard lever open, and basically as you can see, I'm using a flick motion, and because I don't want to create a harsh guideline, I'm already kind of fading it in. And once I'm comfortable with the length, I'll go ahead and close my lever and do the exact same thing, and I'll follow that steps at the back as well as the other side. So why I am doing this is because if I do create a harsh guideline, it's gonna force me to basically take the fade higher, and I don't want to do that, because like I said, I like to keep the top area a bit darker. That way it makes the fade stand out a bit more. So I basically, like I said, I use this technique to avoid creating a harsh guideline, and because if I do create a harsh guideline, to basically just force me to push the fade that much higher. So now what we're gonna go ahead and do is, with no guard lever open, we're gonna start fading out that last guideline over there, as you can see, by simply using a flick motion, and most importantly using the corners of your blades when you do get to areas where there are dark spots, or it is a bit difficult to get rid of that specific line in that area. It's always good to use the corners of your blades. So basically right now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is, using my number 1 guard, I'm just gonna go back and I'm basically gonna clean up the top area over there at the parietal ridge. And yeah, and as you can see in the front my client's lineup, I'm gonna make sure that we get the hair nice and even. So it's always good to go back to certain areas just to touch up, make sure you get it nice and clean. So next off, I'm gonna go ahead and spray some hairspray on my client's lineup. I basically do this because it holds the hair down really nicely and gives you a much crispier lineup. And using my Wahl Detailers, if you are a usual or a regular viewer, you guys already know I always start my lineups in the center of my client's forehead, and I either move to the left or to the right of the forehead. I always start in the center, basically just for reference. I create I call it my first guide in the center, and then yeah, I basically reference off of that just so that I don't push the corners up too high, and just to get the lineup nice and straight as well. So guys, I'm not gonna say too much anymore in this section. I'm just gonna sit back and I'm gonna basically allow this lineup to bring the entire haircut to life. So guys, here I'm using my Safeway cordless clipper once again, and basically when I did do the lineup, like I said, it brings the cut to life, and I started seeing a whole lot of imperfections in my haircut. So it's always good to take a few steps back, take your focus off of the fade, and as you can see right now, I'm just going ahead and I'm detailing. I'm just doing a whole lot of detailing work. Yeah, the lineup basically brought out all the inconsistencies. And right now, as you can see, I'm using my straight razor. I feel like every barber should use a straight razor or learn how to use one, because this basically takes your cut to the next level, and it definitely makes your lineup pop. Right now I'm adding just a little bit of enhancements. I don't like to put too much of enhancements on my clients. I like to keep it nice and natural, but I won't lie, the enhancements does give it that little bit extra pop, that little bit extra of a pop. And yeah, I've definitely become a fan of it, but not a fan of too much of it. And as you can see, I come back with my straight razor just to make sure that the lineup is nice and straight. So guys, this was Mr. Cheza before we got the haircut in. And this was Mr. Cheza once the haircut was done. Guys, let me know how you feel about this haircut in the comment section. Definitely smash that like button if you are new to the channel. Most importantly, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to smash the notification bell while you're at it. Guys, it is your boy Enrico the Barber. Until the next video, peace.